Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For today, we're going to make extension wire. For the extension wire, we need tools. The tools are screwdriver. Okay. Screwdriver, either flat screw or the star screw. The flat screw and the star screw. It depends which is the bolt or the screw in your electrical wirings, and also the pliers, or you can use the long nose, or which is available to you. And the materials, we have the electrical wire, which is 2 meters, but it can be longer or shorter if how many meters you need or required. We also need the male plug and the socket. For not so heavy duty, we only spent 60 pieces for the wire, 20 pieces for the plug, and 33 pieces for the socket or the outlet. This is the receipt, only 113 pesos for 3 materials. But before we proceed with the assemble of extension wire, let me tell you first the do's and don'ts for making extension wire. The first do is okay guys, here's the first here are the things, what are the do's and don'ts for using extension cord. The first four are the do. First is, do use the right type of extension wire, meaning if you use heavy use, you use another type. But for now, we are only using the light type because this is only for simple electrical appliances. So ask your electric supply provider for different types of wiring. So I have these do's and don'ts from Meiji Electric Philippines. I searched this in the Google. So do use the right type of extension cord because extension cord come in surprisingly wide variety of types that may be difficult for anyone to memorize. The most basic category are light duty. This is only light duty for simple appliances. Medium duty, heavy duty, indoor and outdoor. Some are also assigned a certain letter that shows what they can and should be used for. And extension cord that is labeled as means that is general use cord for indoor spaces, while W means outdoor use. You can find information like this on the packaging, so make sure to check for those and match the description and the intended use. So the second dose is, do inspect for damage before use. So before using the electric cord or the extension wire, make use it's not damaged, it's not turned on the wire, it's not loose on the screw or the plug, because much like what you do for any electrical device, make it a habit to inspect the extension cord for damage before you plug them in. Check the plug, the cord, and actual body of the device for anything that could disrupt the flow of electricity, whether that's small food crumbs, dirt, or physical damage. So make sure, guys, there's no dirt on the outlet or the male plug, like dirt inside, and there are no break on the wire. Then third is do buy those with a built-in circuit breaker. So there are some with built-in circuit breakers so as to separate them from the main breaker. If used properly, extension cords should not pose any kind of threat to you and your family. But in order to get the extra layer of protection, you should buy ones that come with a built-in circuit breaker. The circuit breaker is incorporated in the cord in order to protect your home appliance from dangers of electrical shorts and faults. So those are the 4. So remember, do inspect before damage. First is do use the right type. Second is do inspect before damage. Before use. The third is do buy those with a built-in circuit breaker. And the fourth is do place them in safe places. Always place your extension cord somewhere you can use them so that you're immediately able to notice any signs of damage. It's also ideal for them to place in low traffic spaces so that people don't accidentally trip on them. So make sure that you place them in toolbox where it's not really tripping someone, where you can use them or find them immediately. So the next part is the don'ts. Here are the don'ts you should not do. So the first one is don't plug them into one another. So don't plug extension wire into extension wire. Never plug extension cords into one another to extend the reach. So if you have short extension wire, do not use another short extension wire. So you can use or extend the extension wire to 2 meters. If you use 1 meter and 1 meter, you can use 2 meters. 1, not 2 1 meters. So when you connect an extension cord to one another, the electrical current and gauge flowing through are reduced. So this means that devices plugged in are going to receive insufficient voltage and can possibly threaten shorten life and can possibly shorten their life. If the length of the cord isn't sufficient, then we suggest you purchase a long one. So the next don'ts is do not overload with several appliances. So do not octopus your extension cords. So it can overload, but however, keep in mind that every cord was made to withstand a certain load, that it is important to stay within the limits. Exceeding this recommended load is going to lead power surges that may cause electrical hazards. Then in order to avoid, you should know the amperage and wattage of the appliances you intend to plug in. Make sure the overall sum is within the load capacity of the extension cord. So if you have to use large or heavy duty appliances, you have to make sure that you know the voltage of your extension wire. So the third don't put them under the rugs and the carpet. So don't put them because you intend to hide them, but in case there's damage, you cannot see them properly. So better use it or put it somewhere that you can see directly or immediately, because if you use in rugs, you may step on it. And the fourth don'ts is do not use as a substitute for permanent wiring. Extension wires are never used as permanent. So if you wish to use a permanent, use another wire which is direct from the source. So that's all for the do's and don'ts. So today we are going to assemble the extension wire, and I welcome you, my kid, Ella Monique. Say hi to the vlog. Hi.
Hi.
We will be making and helping her to make the extension cord. So again, this is the socket or the outlet. Next is the male plug and the extension wire. So it's okay to use 1 meter wire because this is for project and for the learning of my child. So I purchased the 2 meters. So the first thing is you open the plug. Open it. So this plug is this outlet pala is star screw, Phillips screw. So we use the Phillips star screw. So Phillips, okay. And I will be so the male plug is also star screw or Phillips screw.
Right there.
This is just a simple extension wire. So I already put out the screw. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like on the inside. So now we're disassembling the plug, male plug, using also the Phillips star screw. So I already removed the male plug. So this is the and then we're going to expose the copper wire for the copper part. This is the type which we bought, but we need to expose to connect to the plug and the outlet. So what we do is like this, you cut. So I've used the long nose for better cutting. So ano lang.
Kulit ka ba yan?
Sandaan na. Ayan kaya siya i-push na lang. Okay lang siya galing. Ayan lang siya. Ano itong tulog?
Oh.
Ano siya natin?
Huwag ka sana.
Ay, cutter lang. So guys, this is two-way, electrical wires are two-way, but for easy cutting, we need to separate using cutter or knife. So this can be separated like this. So we can easily cut the rubber.
Apilan po na yung bigas mo.
The rubber is exposed.
Apilan po na yung bigas mo. Apilan na ako.
Ito lang. Wait lang, hindi mo. So it's now exposed. So, we'll do the thing on the other side. You cut dito.
Ano sa tuloy mo?
You cut yung wire. Ay, cut yung wire. Ano ko na this?
Sakto mo yung pagkat. Iwas discussion.
Yeah.
Sakto na po, Bira.
Nagdaway pa. Asa? Then, it should be like this. You expose the copper wires. Oh, dapat hindi naman. Ay, okay, push. Don't push it only estimate until the rubber can be cut or separated. Be careful not to cut the copper wire. You push, you pull. Pull harder. Okay. Nakakat na. Wala pang nakat ng tao.
Ay, balik mo na yung pagkat.
Cut all sides
Ako na po.
so that it can easily be removed or pulled away. So,
My bag is like a... Gamitin mo na.
wait.
Ilan na po.
So if it's not right, so you can always cut it and start over again.
My bag, make my process done.
It's hard to pull. So now it's pulled. It's hard to estimate when you're not used to. So better have your patience.
It's hard to pull.
So pull. It's pulling. So the copper is not cut. So I made a cut on the rubber. Okay. So now both sides, two ways are exposed. So next is we do the connection to the plug and the outlet. So this extension wire is two ways, so it's not as a simple one, but we will only do this side. So we need to remove the bolts so that we can insert the copper wire here and here. Also, to the male plug, we will insert this and this. So, this side, you can see there is an entrance where you can insert without breaking the outlet. So you can insert, this is the space where you can insert the outlet or the wire. So let's start on the bottom side. Okay. Straight ang pag-open ba na? Ay, okay. Guys, please do not remove. So we only need to screw out the, so guys, we don't need to pull out the screw. We can only screw out halfway because it's only enough for the copper wire to be inserted. So same with the outlet, it's halfway. This side is not, so this side is halfway, so never mind the other side. So we only are inserting the cord this side because the space or the space provided is on this side. So right now we will insert the wire to the connector. You can see there is something we will insert, or So this is the corrected assembly. So we'll use the ceiling fan is not yet turning on. So pakita ang first one lang. This is the first pansakto. Ipatubang. So this is the first one. So we'll plug it in. Yes, it's functional. So the next one, plug it out. Yeah. So it's off. So we'll use the second one. So ayun, ibali lang. Ayan. So we use the second one. So it's functional. So we have two outlets that are functional. So we can use two minor appliances. So that's all for today, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys. See you on the next vlog. We use and we assemble the extension wire. Bye, guys. See you on the next vlog.